Back here again, and we're gonna be going over a video of Lake of the Woods tips and tricks, and also some of the spoons that I use and some of the spoons I think that if you're heading up there you should have too. So the first spoon we're gonna be talking about today is the Rattlemaster Rattle Master. This is one of my favorite spoons. I haven't done well on it in about a year or two, but about 3 years ago I did really well on it. Next we got the red and gold weasel. Which I've done well on in the past as well, but I haven't done as well in the last few years. Here is a leech flutter spoon. I've heard a lot about the leech flutter spoons. Never really done too well on them. Here we got a stop sign with some silver blades, which is also kind of the stop signs are kind of Lake of the Woods staple lures. And there's a weasel, and then here is an orange charmer, which always, I think it's from Tom's Tackle, and that is just always just super well for us. Here we have an orange Lindy flyer. This orange Lindy flyer we're going to be talking about today is this orange and white buckshot, which I haven't fished with, but it just looked way too good. And then I think they came out with these spoons either last year or the year before, but they're called the eyeball spoons. I always forget what these little things are called, but they always put souders in the bucket. And for hooks, here's some of the main hooks that we use. I'm a big fan of the red hooks. My dad more likes to use the pink, or the pink works well too. So pink, purple, highlight, yellow, and orange. And here's some of probably the best lures to use on Lake of the Woods, I think. So these red flyers right here. And this isn't a red flyer. I think this is a glow spoon again. But these red flyers work so well. And one year we had 6 of them. And for some reason that year there were pike all over. And we got bit off 5 times. And we were out of bait. Or we were out of these spoons. My dad had the last one and he caught like all the fish. So next we have the Fire Tiger buckshot. Fire Tiger stop sign, which is kind of Lake of the Woods staple right there. The stop signs are Northland Tackle Glow Spoon. This is a clam Fire Tiger. A pink and white ultralight Rapala Rip and Wrap UV. And then next we got the pink Lindy flyers, which always work well. And then we got the pink and white buckshot. And then we got the white, yellow, and pink Vmc Rattle Master Spoon. And then we have a pink Lindy flyer and a pink clam spoon. And then next up we have a pink stop sign with a rattle and a gold sparkly back. And then we have a Vmc Rattle Spoon. And next there is a Forage Spoon. And then I think this is a brand new product this year. It's called a clam tikka minnow. Never heard of it, but this is the pink and white. And then there's the pink slab wrap right here. And here is a silver, kind of a shiny yellow and gold. This spoon right here, Vmc Rattle Master. It's a red, silver, and gold, and then it's kind of a flyer-like spoon. This is a second one of those tikka minnows, and then this is also a grip and rattler, which always works well. Some tips and tricks to try on Lake of the Woods is, first of all, I think this is the most important thing. Make sure you have a smorgasbord of things for those fish to pick from. Some days those fish are going to be so finicky, they might only want one lure out of all these lures, or they might not even want one of these lures. It just really depends on the day. Some days they might hit all these, but one other important thing is usually when I fish Lake of the Woods, we're fishing on mud flats. So I like to use a flyer or something, or a cast master that's kind of heavy, so I can pound the bottom, and that stirs up the bottom, gets those little insects up, and then the fish kind of come to investigate. And what happens a lot on Lake of the Woods is you bring them in with the spoon, and then they slam your dead stick. So it's really important to make sure you always have live bait and everything set up with that. Yeah, so I'd say one of the most important things is to make sure you have a smorgasbord. And without a smorgasbord, I think your fishing is really going to be affected. And if you're out there fishing all day, you might as well switch up. You might as well switch baits. If they're swimming up to it and they aren't hitting it, or they're swimming up to it and they're getting spooked, then switch your action, switch your bait, switch something, because they don't like it. If I were to pick 5 spoons to bring, only 5 spoons with me to Lake of the Woods, I would obviously bring one of these flyers, one of these red Lindy flyers. I would bring, obviously, a hook, because that's very important. I would bring a golden cast master. I would bring a weasel. And then for my last bait, I would bring this pink ultralight rip and wrap, which always seems to bring fish in. So this is kind of like a Lake of the Woods spoons to use, also with a few little tips and tricks. And I'll be heading up to the Arneson Rocky Point Resort here, hopefully on the 28th, which is a Monday. And when I say hopefully, that's because we booked to stay in a sleeper, and the forecast doesn't look that good for there to be enough ice to have the sleeper. So let's hope that I get to go out there and have a good time in their sleeper, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I just wanted to make a short video for you guys today.